Hello, my name is Kai, and today I'm going to show you how to load the Lomography Belair X 612 camera. Now with the Belair X 612, you have a choice of 3 frame formats. So before you load film, you have to decide if you want to shoot 6x6 square, 6x9 rectangular, or 6x12, I guess you can call it ultra wide format. I think I'm going to try the 6x12 format. So what I need to do is open the camera. On the bottom of the front and left and front right, there's the back releases. So you just pull down on those. Lift the camera away from the back. And here you see the 6x6 mask. You're going to remove it by kind of lifting your finger or your thumbnail under the bottom here and pick up the tabs. That'll lift away. Now this mask does have a specific orientation. If you look at the top right here, there's a little notch, and then you can read the frame size on the left here. That goes at the top. So what I like to do is engage the tabs in the bottom and then tilt it into the top until you hear it snap. Now I have the 6x12 mask installed. Next thing I need to do is, if the take-up spool is not in the right-hand compartment, we need to move it. With this camera, the old film spool becomes the new take-up reel. So what I like to do is flip up the winder. Well, I call it a key or lever, so it's in the up position. Now I like to turn it till it's in the 12 o'clock position. That way the slot is facing us. So what you need to do is pull up on that winder just a little bit to pull the tab out of the way. Engage the bottom of the film spool and just kind of tilt it into place. And release the lever at the top, and then kind of give a few turns here to make sure that the slot is engaged with the film. And here you can see the take-up spool is turning. So I'm going to turn it till I can see the slot. Next thing I'm going to do is open my film here. This is Kodak Tri-X. So completely remove the band that held the film closed. And here you can see the tab. So you want to hold on to the film and make sure it doesn't unwind on you, so don't drop it. Drop the film into the left-hand compartment and pull the film across the film gate here and insert the end of the film into the slot. I'm going to turn it until it takes up the slack. I'm going to keep winding, make sure it doesn't bind. I'm going to wind until I see the arrows, the vertical arrows right there on the film. As soon as I see that, we're going to put the back on. Let's kind of pinch both sides so you hear it click. Now before I do anything else, I want to make sure you got the right window open. The top window is for the 6x9 format. The bottom window is for the 6x6 or the 6x12 format. Now if you're using the 6x12 format like I am, what you have to remember is that the 6x12 negatives are twice as big as the 6x6 negatives. So what you're going to need to do is your first frame is going to start on frame 2, and then for each successive negative, you're going to have to wind 2 frames. So for the 6x12, you're going to start at 2. The next frame will be 4, 6, 8, and then 12. So you'll get 6 negatives on the standard 120 film roll. If you're shooting 6x6, you'll get 12 negatives. If you shoot 6x9, you will get 8. Anyway, I'm going to flip the window open up so I can see the 6x12 window. Now you just start winding and keep looking in the window until you see the 1. Okay, I see arrows going by the window, so I'm going to slow down a little bit here. Next will be, with Kodak, you will see a line of text that says, there it is, it says Kodak, and then you'll see the 1. Except I forgot, this is a 6x12, so I got to keep winding until I see 2. There's the 2. So there we go, I see the frame 2. We're at the first frame of the 6x12. Now the last thing we need to do is set the ISO dial so that it matches the ISO of the film that you're using. So if you turn the camera around and look behind the lens board, just underneath the battery compartment, you'll see a dial here. So what you need to do is turn the dial so that the number of the ISO of the film you're using is just opposite the dot that's just to the left of the dial. Once you have that all lined up, then the camera is ready to shoot.